Hi, I'm JC, and this is Dad with JC. Um, I'm coming every day, or every day I can here, Monday through Friday, for 60 minutes to do some exercises. So if you want to follow along, that's fantastic. Otherwise, you can just follow, subscribe, whatever works best from your side. This is day number 30 something. I'm in the low 30s at this point, and I'm feeling a ton better. Um, before this little exercise thing, I had been exercising maybe 1 or 2 days a week, usually on the weekends, sometimes during the week, and I just wasn't getting enough. Um, I just wasn't getting enough exercise in really. So doing these daily little dad bod with JC things has really helped me out. I feel a lot stronger. I feel a lot more comfortable, and best of all, I feel a lot healthier. I've also improved my diet a little bit, and so with my diet, I've split uh, I split the diet 40-40-20. So 40% protein, 40% carbs, 20% fat. It's not like ideal. It's not perfect, and I'm not following it perfectly. I'm trying to, but it's a pretty good size improvement to the diet I was having before, which was like no diet really, just whatever I felt like eating. Um, so that's also seen some improvement. That being said, I should start today's leg day for me. So I'm going to start by stretching my legs a little bit. So if you want to follow along, it's a leg day, and I have some leg exercises, some leg stretches. Um, I'm gonna get going here. Um, Today happens to be my measuring day. Once a week, I measure all sorts of stats. I'm improving in all the right directions. I thought I'd be improving a little bit faster, but day 33, I'm not going to push it. This is a long-term kind of deal for me. I mean, most people have 60 minutes at the end of the day to do something. I'm going to work out a little bit here, and I'm gonna try to keep it up 5 days a week. On the weekends, I'm actually gonna keep working out. I'm not gonna do I'm not gonna record it. Typically on the weekends, I have a little bit more time, so I'll go out and run, bike, play tennis, go swimming, stuff that's a little bit harder to record, and then have someone else be on camera. Um, I guess that could work, but it gets a little awkward. There's little chance for me to do any chats for with the comments or the chats or whatnot. So it's not quite as clean and simple as having laying a few mats down, putting a light up, and getting things rolling here. At this point, into my list of leg exercises that I have planned. All right, so um, so here I have something called side bends. Boy, I haven't looked at this list in a while. So for side bends, I hold for 30 seconds each side. I'm assuming this has to do with stretching my legs. So, so okay, for this, I'm gonna have to kind of make this up a little bit. I'll bend to the side here, this one side, and I guess stretch my leg, calf, hamstring, and just kind of hold it for 30 seconds. Here, I have a timer. Um, I'll set it to 30 seconds, and starting now. So right now I'm just trying to stretch my hamstring here and my calf a little bit. Calf's tight, hamstring's tight. My calves have always been tight. Truth be told, um, my calves have felt a little bit better since I started all this exercise. Not a ton better, but they have felt better. I'm hydrating more, eating better foods. So I think that's improved my the health of my calves. They almost feel, dare I say, normal, but that's 30 seconds. So I'll come over and change sides and stretch my other side here. So I'll start the timer again. I'm just spreading my legs a little bit in a V shape here, and focusing in on my front leg. So I'm bending to the side and stretching my hamstring and a little bit of my calf. Mostly this is a hamstring stretch, but there's a little bit of a calf stretch snuck in there as well. If you lose your balance, it's nice to have something like a wall or a sofa or a chair nearby to press up against so that you don't fall over. Lost my balance a little bit there. That's 30 seconds on that side. Gonna go back to the first side. I'm just doing 2 sets for each side. Stretching my original side. And that's a good stretch. I got the timer going for 30 seconds. Yep, 20 seconds left. And so yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is going. I have lost a little bit of weight. I think altogether about 5 pounds. So if I'm doing this for 30 days, I'm losing about a pound every 6 days or so. Let's say a pound a week. That's about right. I think that's what, for gradual weight loss, that's kind of what you're supposed to do, about a pound a week. So yeah, nothing to be sore about there. So switching legs again, setting my timer for 30 seconds and stretching. Getting a little bit of the hamstring stretch. I can really feel the hamstring stretching at this point. The calf's stretching a little bit as well. So I just have my legs pretty much straight out. I'm bending to the side and stretching the front leg that I'm bending over top of. It's a good stretch. Not sure that's actually the intent of my little note there. I have some notes that I'm referring to. But I am getting a good stretch there. So, okay, that's it for the side stretches for my legs. Side bends, this is called. Next up is a hamstring stretch. Yeah, I don't have very definitive notes here for the. I'm just gonna sit down and do both legs at the same time, with my legs straight out, and hold that for 30 seconds. All right, here we go. Oh no, I see what it is. So I do a figure 4. This is what I had on the notes. So I do a figure 4. I'm going to start this one leg over here and aim my belly button on top of the thigh. Set my 30 seconds and then stretch my hamstring and push my belly button into the thigh, and that should stretch the hamstring here. And a little bit on the calf, mostly on the hamstring. Don't forget to breathe if you're following along. If you're not following along, give a like, subscribe, follow, comment, positive vibes, anything you can send my way. I appreciate it. That's time. Switching sides. Sides have been switched. My belly button's over above the other leg now. I'll start the timer again now. And stretching into the other leg for 30 seconds. For the most part, I want to keep doing different exercises all through the 60 minutes because I'm not doing a whole lot of exercise outside of this Monday through Friday. 60 minutes is, I think, what they talk about on the news about, hey, everyone should get about an hour's worth of exercise a day. I had been getting close to Monday through Friday, I had been getting close to 0 prior to this. So this is a huge improvement over where I was before I started this 30 something days ago. I think it's day 33. The computer does a much better job of tracking, the numbers than I do. Okay, next up is a calf stretch. Okay, so I'm going to be standing up. I have a little bit more notes here. It says, gently lean forward at your hips until you feel a stretch in the back straight leg. So I'm assuming one leg will be forward, bent with a bent knee, and there's going to be a straight leg pointing to the back, and that one's going to get the calf stretch. 2 sets of that on each side for 30 seconds. So I'll stretch this calf first. This knee is bent. I am pressing my hips forward until I feel a stretch in my calf. I'm feeling a stretch in my calf. I'm going to start my 30 seconds. As the 30 seconds roll on, I'm going to try to breathe, take my breath into that calf muscle and stretch it some more on every exhale. I think I've taken a few yoga classes, and I think that's what they say in yoga. Breathe in, and with every exhale, deepen your stretch. That's what they always say. So, hey, those yoga classes, they're great. I'm no yoga instructor, but I think they have it down. I've been through to half a dozen different yoga instructors. They all say the same thing. It's good stuff. Okay, that's time for the 30 seconds. Switching legs. I like things a little bit more fast-paced. The yoga goes kind of slow. And some of those moves are like, how do you do that? It's a little frustrating. So same thing goes. I'm switch legs. Front leg is knee bent. Back leg, I'm trying to stretch that calf. I'm pressing my hips forward so that I can stretch that calf. Start the timer for 30 seconds. I do have this wall to lean on a little bit. Maybe try to deepen my stretch so I don't have to focus on not falling. Deepening that stretch in my calf muscle feels good. Taking a breath in. I got one more set. When this timer goes off, I got one more set of these calf stretches, and then I'm going to get into actual leg strengthening exercises. That's time. All right, switching legs couple more times here. So back leg is straight, and that's the calf I'm going to stretch. I'm feeling the stretch now as I press my hips forward, starting my timer. Breathing in, stretching the calf, breathing in, pressing my hips forward, breathing in, trying to stretch that calf some more. A few more seconds. Stretching the calf on the straight leg to the back. Deepening my stretch by pressing my hips forward a little bit more. And that's time. Coming back up a little slow. When I come back up, sometimes if I don't go slow, I get these little shooting pains through my muscles. As exciting as the shooting pains are, I'd rather avoid them. So last leg, switching legs. Straight leg is, back leg is straight. Hips pushing forward to stretch that back calf. I'm starting the timer now for 30 seconds. And stretching. And stretching. I think I saw a like out there. I appreciate it if that was a like. It might have just been a little blips and blurps on my screen. I'm a little far away from my my camera where I can see the little comments or likes or whatever. But I'll go check on it. After this 30 seconds is done, I'll go check to see if I have any comments that I'd want to respond to. And that's 30 seconds. I'll take a peek. Looking good? No? Looking good. All right, so that's it for stretching for the time being. Looks like my next 4 exercises have a chair associated with it. Okay, not too bad. I put these leg exercises together when I was just starting out. 30 days into it, I don't feel like I'm just starting out anymore. I feel a little bit more energized. I feel like I can do a little bit more. So honestly, these look like great exercises if you're getting started. I feel like I'm slightly past the I'm just getting started phase, But so for next week, I'm trying to do leg work once a week. For next week, I'll probably tweak these exercises to go a little bit deeper. I'm getting a chair now. Yeah, I'll want to tweak the exercises to be to build a little bit more. Like this next set of exercises, I'm going to do 2 sets of this. They're called up and downs. I'm just getting up and down out of the chair 10 times each. And I'll just do 2 sets of this. So for this, I have my mat here. The floor is still cold, even though it's getting warmer outside. So I have a mat, and I'm just going to stand up, hold my stand for a second, and sit back down nice and slow. I'm going to do this nice and slow. I'm going to get up nice and slow and sit back down nice and slow, feeling the muscles in my legs change as I get up and sit back down. So I'm going to do that a total of 10 times. Starting now. So up for 1, and down. I'm going to do my counts as I sit down, actually. So up, and 2. I'm trying to feel all the muscles in my legs engage as I get up and down. I'll engage my core a little bit too as I can, but this is a leg day, so I'm going to focus more on my legs. Up, down for 3, up, down for 4, up, down for 5, up, down for 6. Yeah, I can feel a lot more muscle. Up, down for 7. When I started all of this, I took measurements right here, right above the knee, up, down for 8. So I took 3 upper leg measurements, right at the knee, right in the middle, and a little high. Up, down for 9. And the only measurement that's changed significantly is the lower one. It's gained a bit of muscle down here. So I had a big deficit. 1 more up. I'm down for 10. So I'll take a few seconds break here, but I'll finish my little story. So apparently right above my knee, I was lacking a lot of muscle to get around. And that's one of the reasons I started this. I've always been fairly healthy. Like I could walk around, play a little tennis, go swimming or whatnot. But as I put on some more, I had put on some more weight. Things are starting to not be quite as easy. Like my knees started to bother me a little bit. Like I wouldn't say hurt, but they're definitely not what they used to be. And I was like, well, I should probably lose, exercise a little bit, lose a little weight. And boy, I mean, it's been a bit of an eye opener because this bottom measurement, I should have looked at the numbers better, but I think it's increased between 1 and 2 inches just on this the bottom of my leg alone, and there's definition there where there used to not be any definition. We're not fat, basically. I think it was muscle. In any case, I feel way more comfortable moving around, playing tennis, just getting stuff done. Still want to lose more weight, but it certainly helps when you can move around, exercise, run, jog, bike, whatever, and you don't have to worry about your knees. Because I was a little worried about my knees in the past, and not as much now. I'm still thinking about it, but not nearly as much. Okay, 1 more set of up and downs. So again, I'm going to focus in on figuring out what muscles in my legs are being used up here, and also I'll go nice and slow up, nice and slow down. I'll engage my leg muscles most. I'll try to engage my core a little bit. Going up for, I'll count down from 10 this time. Up, 10, up, 9, up, 8, up, 7, up, 6, up, 5, up, 3, up, 2, up, 1. So, I mean, if you want to look at all the progress I've made, I have all these videos up on YouTube. Again, you can use dadbodwithjc. Just search for that on YouTube, and my channel should pop up. And yeah, day 1, the first 7 days I injured myself, I believe, 3 times. I do have an injury on my chest that I'm nursing. Actually, it might already be gone. I've been nursing it for about a week, and I can't even feel it anymore. But that's a different story. But in the first week, I did 3. I think I injured myself 3 times, doing things that I wasn't ready to do. Apparently, jumping jacks are a little bit too much for me, or burpees were a little bit too much for me, and there's something else that didn't quite work out. But so I've calmed the exercises down a little bit, but I'm still gaining strength. Next up is a seated hamstring stretch. Okay, so for the seated hamstring stretch, one of my legs is straight. I'm going to point my belly button to that thigh. I'm going to point the toe up and do a forward fold, basically, putting the belly button towards the thigh and stretching that hamstring. I got to go as far as I can. It stretches, it stretches, it stretches. I'm about as far as I'm going to go. Come back up. I'm going to do that 3 times per set. So that was 1. This will be 2. Stretching out this hamstring here. Going back up. And the 3rd one. And coming back up. All right, there's a little bit of hamstring stretch. I'm not overdoing it here because the seat's a little hard. I think it's cutting off the circulation on the back of my leg, so I don't know how effective this is. I might be replacing this actually next time I get around to it, to reworking this list. I am going to rework this list. I feel like I can do a little bit more, so this might be one of the places I can get more out of. So again, I'm switching legs, pointing my toe up, pushing that navel into my thigh that I have straight out, and I'm gonna bend, do a forward fold for 3, for 2, for 1. And that's done on that side. So I'm just gonna do another set of that. Switching legs again to the original side. That leg straight, toes pointing up. Forward fold for 3, for 2, for 1, and that side's done. Other side, toe pointing up, belly button over top of the thigh, pressing the belly button into the thigh for 3, 2, and 1. All right, not too bad. That let me catch my breath a little bit too. It's pretty chill exercise. I in that sense I kind of like it. Okay, next up is calf raises. So slowly, I mean, I'm gonna be behind the chair, and I'm gonna slowly lift my calves up and down, holding onto the chair for a balance point, and it's going to be up and down 10 times, but nice and slow. I'm going to do 2 sets of that. I'll bring this mat back here so my feet don't get cold. I think my feet will always be cold on this ceramic tile, regardless of the temperature. It's a little warm in here, and it's still going to get cold. All right, here we go. So I got my chair in front of me for balance, and I'm going to raise my calves up. For 9, and down, thanks for the likes. Up for 8, and down. Up for 7, and down. Up for 6, and down. Up for 5, and down. I really do appreciate all the likes coming in. That's cool to see on the screen. Uh, 3, and down. 2, and down. 1, and down. If you're following along, these are calf raises. I'm going to shake out my legs. I got one more set of calf raises coming up. Basically just using a chair to not tip over, and raising the calves up nice and slow, and bringing them back down nice and slow. Feeling those muscles as best as you can, or as best as I can, and yeah. And right now I'm just kind of trying to wring them out, because I can feel the tissue there kind of going, it's a little bit much. But okay, thanks for the likes. Here we go, 10 more. So up for 10, and down. Up for 9, and down. Up for 8, and down. Ooh, that's a flurry of likes. I like that. They're all like right back to back. 7, and down. 6, and down. 5, and down. 4, and down. Really feeling the calves on both sides. 3, and down. 2, and down. 1, and down. Okay, nice and calm there. Cool. That was calf raises. That was 2 sets of calf raises. Next up is calf stretches. So I'm still going to use the chair for this. So, I mean, it's looking like I'm just going to stretch my calves. So I'll use the chair for in front of me here. I got one leg straight back. And yeah, it's a lot easier to stretch the calf here, because I've got this chair to prop up with. And I'm kind of pushing my hips forward. And I have a straight leg in the back, and that calf is really stretching. So I'm going to hold for a quick 12 count for 12, 11, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I really appreciate all those likes there from earlier. Okay, switching legs. Back leg is straight. Stretching that, finding a stretch for the calves. Pressing the hips forward until I find the stretch. This one's a little harder to stretch. It must be in better shape. There, I found the stretch. So I'm going to hold for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to shake both legs out. That's the first set. I got 2 more sets of that coming up. It's a pretty chill exercise, or calf stretch actually, but it's a nice balance to the calf raises I just did, because that puts some I guess that puts some hurt on my calves, and this will relieve them a little bit. So I'm done kicking out the calf stretch. I'm going to go into the second set of the calf stretch. So the original leg, I'm stretching out back, straight back, and pressing my hips forward, finding the stretch of my calves, or my one calf. I'm finding it now, holding for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back out of it. Switching legs. Other leg is straight back. Pressing my hips forward. Looking for the stretch of my calf again. Finding the stretch. And holding for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. I'm going to kick those out a little bit. I'll check the board for chats here. Let me take a peek here. Oh wow, that was 2,000 likes almost. That's pretty nice. Thanks, whoever was throwing those likes out there. I hope they can. Hope they know that I appreciate their efforts. Here we go. Well, last set of the calf stretches. Starting off with the original leg, going straight back, and pressing the hips forward, leaning against the chair for balance and for stability. This is really a deeper stretch than my original calf stretch earlier. I can feel it on my calves a lot more. Finding the stretch. Once I found it, I'm going to hold for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting back up nice and slow, switching legs. Last leg for the calf stretch. Pushing my hips forward, looking for the stretch of my leg, on my calf specifically. Still pushing my hips forward until I find it. I found it, so I'm going to hold for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And done. All right, coming out of that calf stretch. All right, I'm going to have to kick my legs out a little bit. It felt great, but that got me sleepy for some reason. I might just be tired. Let me see what time I have. Boy, that put a world of hurt on my eyelids. It's like my eyes are starting to close. Maybe it was just relaxing. That's probably what it was. It was a nice, good, deep stretch. I'm just so relaxed that I want to just take a nap. Okay, next up, straight leg raises. Lie on back, one leg bent. So like this, other leg raised to 45 degrees and hold. Okay, so that's an interesting one. I'm going to hold for an 8 count. Okay, I won't need the chair anymore. I'll get rid of this for a quick second. A lot of dog fur on the chair apparently. So again, the next set is, or the next exercise is straight leg raises. 3 sets of that. I'm going to lie on my back. One leg is bent, the other one raised to 45 degrees. I'm going to hold it for 8. I'm going to switch legs. That's pretty straightforward. All right, that's more of a core exercise if I recall correctly, but there's a leg component there, so why not? All right, so straight back. One leg is bent, the other one goes up 45 degrees. And I'm going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. So yeah, I felt that on my quads actually, of all places. I didn't expect to feel it in my quads, but that's where I felt it. So I'm going to switch legs. I'm going to try to be able to see the camera a little bit. And so now I'm going to raise the other leg and raise it up 45 degrees or so. Engage my core, engage my leg, and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. I feel that on my quads, so get my quad engaged, get my core engaged, and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Switching legs, coming up for a 45-degree angle. Engaging the quad, engaging the core some. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, single leg raises. Bringing up the original leg, holding up at a 45-degree angle, engaging the quad, engaging the core a little bit, holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back down. Last leg, up for 45 degrees, engaging the quad, engaging the core, holding it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with that. So coming back up, that was it for the single leg raises, this is called. Next up is squats. So just 10 reps of the squats for 3 sets. Looking okay on time. So for the squats, I'm going to need a little bit of air. So I'm going to take 2 or 3 deep breaths here to catch up on my breath. I don't know. Oh, I keep going out of breath when I'm on my back. It's a little harder to breathe and talk as much as I am talking when I'm on my back. So that's why I run out of air back there when I'm on my back. It happens every time. I'll check for chats. Looking good with chats. And with catching my breath, I'll keep working my breath while I do these squats. So I'm just doing 10 reps. I'm going to try to do them a little slower today. Feel the squat coming in. So here goes the so I'm going to start counting down from 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'll take a few seconds to breathe. I'll breathe more easily, more freely here. That's a huge difference for my squats from day one. On day one, I tried to do some squats. I didn't have a list of things. On day one, the whole first week or two was a total mess of the series. I didn't have a list of things to do. I said I was going to do squats, and then I blanked out on what a squat looked like. I'd done them in those little gym classes many, many times. But I came here in front of the camera, and I was like, I don't know how to do this squat. Like, I was trying to explain, I was like, I could have sworn I knew how to do this. So I named that episode, I Don't Know Squat, because apparently I didn't know squat. However, that being said, that's the best squat I've done in this whole series just now, and hopefully the next 2 sets that I do, because it felt like my butt got low, my hands got there, my knees didn't go out too far, all the things that the people in the squat explanation videos say to do. I was just about to do all of I was just about able to do all of them. I might have done it wrong, who knows, but I felt a lot better there, or closer to do it right there, than I did at any other time during this series. So here we go. Set 2 of squats. Just 10 of them. Counting down from 10. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. My dog's here. Hey, doggy. Hey, doggy. 3. I think her tail is showing on camera. 2. Oh, and of course the other one gets jealous. 1. Okay, I'm going to have to stop for a quick second. Well, I'm in between sets here. I got one more set to go. And these dogs want to say hi to me, apparently. So, why not say hi to them? Now, these guys are the experts in downward dog. I see this guy do downward dog. Down. I'm not sure why they're so happy with me right now. Oh, I have an idea. They want a little snack. I'll give them a treat real quick, and then they'll get out of my way. I'll get them a treat. I'll be right back. Okay, apparently she did something good, and she was asking for her reward. So, and this guy just likes to be around people. All right, one more set of squats coming right up. I'm distracted. 10. That squat wasn't as good as the other ones. I'm going to focus more. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. I'm a little distracted. I think my first set was better than that last set. But I might take a look at the recording later and be the judge of that. All right. Next up is hamstring curls. For the hamstring curls, I gotta lie down on my belly. I'm just gonna read my notes here. I'm gonna lie down on my belly. Slowly bring my heel to my butt. Hold for 2 seconds and go back down. I'm gonna do one heel at a time. So that'll be 1, 2. So I'm gonna do 6 each basically. So since I'm counting down from 12, each leg will get 6. And I have 3 sets of that. So they're hamstring curls. Right now I'm not using any ankle weights. This looks like ideal for using some light ankle weights. But I'll just get down to it. I gotta lie down on my belly. Let's see. And one leg and curl my hamstrings for 12. Engaging that hamstring. 10. 9. It helps to lift my knee a little bit too, the one that's bending. 8. Seems to help me engage my hamstring. 7. 6. 5. 4. 2. 1. All right, so that was one set of the hamstring curls. I got my doggy. Hey, doggy. She wants a salty treat. I'm gonna give her my neck. It's very salty. Come on, baby. Oh, I thought she was gonna get my salt. This guy's gonna get my salt. Here, and you need to get my salt, mister. Right here, right here. It's very sweaty. Now, he just likes the attention. All right, I can do these hamstring curls while he's being a butt here. So I'll start with hamstring curls again. Second set. 12. Hey, buddy. 11. 10. 9. Who's a good dog? Who's a good boy? 8. I think he's a good boy. You're a good boy, aren't you, honey? 7. He says he is. 6. It's hard to concentrate on my hamstrings when little guys are in front of me. 5. 4. 3. I'm going to ease up. My hamstrings are tightening up a little bit. 2. I was pressing really hard earlier, and now I don't think I can. And 1. All right, that was the second set. In between sets here, I'm going to stretch out my hamstrings just a little bit because they're really tight right now. I wish I was doing downward dogs because this guy, he's the champ of downward dog. He is the champ. You're the champ, aren't you? You're the champ. He's very fluffy. Yeah, see, there you go. Some downward dog action right there. Stretching out my hamstrings. I got one more set of the hamstring curls coming up. This guy's demonstrating his awesome downward dog. All right, little buddy. He's such a good dog. All right, I'm going to get into the hamstring curls again. I got another set to go. All right. All right. All right. I got one more set to go, buddy. All right. So here we go. 12. He's such a good boy. 11. 10. He's very distracting. 9. I got his leg. 8. 7. The hamstrings are on fire. 6. 5. This is a lot for the hamstrings. 4. 3. He's my guard dog now. It's like nothing's going to get by him here. 2. 'My hamstrings here. So I'm going to have to stretch them out a teeny bit before I finish up. I have one more exercise left here. This is called the knee rolls. I'm going to read my notes here because I don't remember what this is like. Bring knees down to one side and head to the other side slowly. This should stretch your thighs and lower back. So I'll have my back on the floor. I'm going to lay down straight back. I'm going to do so my knees go to one side and my head goes to the other side. So those are called knee rolls. I do something similar that I call a trunk rotation, but that includes my arms. This was just my head. So I'm still stretching out my hamstrings from the hamstring curls because otherwise I'm afraid I'm going to get some kind of cramp back there. All right, so that's enough stretching there. Knee rolls coming up. So again, I'm going to lie straight on my back, flat on my back. My knees are going to flop this way, my head's going to roll that way. So opposite directions. So my knees are stacked, my ankles are stacked, my head rolls the other way. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming back up to neutral. I'm going to flop my knees the other direction, flop my head opposite that. So my head is flopped, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's one set. Got 2 more sets coming up. Back up to neutral. Knees flop over to the original side. Head flops over to the opposite side. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come back to neutral. Head come back up to neutral. Knees flop to the other side. Head flops to the other side. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got one more set coming up. So I'm going to go right to it. Back up to neutral. Knees flop to the one side. Head rolls to the other. Shoulders stay neutral. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees and head come back up to neutral. Knees flop to the other side. Head flops to the opposite side. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to slowly come back. I think I'm going to tweak this set. I feel like I can do a little bit more with the leg muscle building. Originally, I did need this set for just to start toning my legs. My legs obviously needed some extra toning. I want to ramp it up a little bit. My legs do feel better now than they did before before I started this evening's exercise, but I want to do a little bit more. So next time I'll do legs. I think I'm going to tweak the list, add a little bit more muscle building in there, just a little bit. Just maybe replace 1 or 2 of these exercises, and that's that. Again, my name is JC. This has been Dad Bod with JC. I'll close out with a forward fold and say my goodbyes. So here's the forward fold, stretching out my hamstrings, my calves, my back, relaxing the shoulders, letting my hands dangle, letting my head dangle a little bit, feeling a good stretch, maybe trying to touch my toes. I'm almost there to my toes. There, I touch my toes. 1 at a time, not both at the same time. There, both at the same time. That's good enough for this evening. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to sign off. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Yay, thanks. I appreciate it.